Have you ever wondered why the past continues to live in your mind even when your life has already moved forward? You may be sitting in a quiet room, walking outside, or trying to begin something new, and suddenly a memory appears, a mistake you regret, a conversation you wish you could redo, or a moment that changed the direction of your life. The body is here in the present, but the mind travels backward. Buddhist wisdom has explored this problem for centuries, and its teachings reveal something profound about why we become trapped in old memories. It teaches that the past has already ended. What keeps pain alive is the habit of revisiting it, replaying it, carrying it as if it still defines who we are today. And over time, this habit quietly steals something precious: your ability to live fully now. In this video, you will discover 6 powerful lessons that can help you release the past, quiet your thoughts, and begin building a calmer and more meaningful present. The first lesson may completely change the way you look at your past. Listen slowly. You do not need to force anything. Sometimes letting go begins simply by seeing things differently. Lesson 1. The past exists only in memory. One of the most powerful teachings in Buddhism is also one of the simplest. The past no longer exists. This may sound obvious at first. Of course, the past is gone. Everyone knows that. And yet, most people live as if it is still happening. A memory appears in the mind, and the body reacts as if the event is occurring right now. The heart tightens, the stomach becomes heavy, thoughts begin to spiral. Why did I say that? Why did I make that decision? What if I had done something different? In Buddhist psychology, this pattern is called attachment to mental formations. The mind creates a story from memory, then clings to it as if it were reality. But a memory is not reality. It is an echo, a reflection, a shadow of something that has already dissolved. Imagine watching clouds move across the sky. One moment they form a shape. The next moment the shape disappears. The sky does not cling to what the cloud looked like a few minutes ago. It allows the change. Your mind can learn to do the same. The Buddha taught that suffering increases when we confuse thoughts with truth. A thought about the past may feel vivid and emotional, but it is still only a thought appearing in the present moment. Nothing more, nothing less. When a memory arises, instead of diving into it, try something different. Pause, take one slow breath, then quietly say to yourself, "This is a memory. This is not happening now." This simple recognition creates space between you and the story your mind wants to replay. At first, the mind may resist. It has practiced revisiting the past for years, sometimes decades. Habits do not disappear immediately, but awareness weakens them. Each time you notice a memory and return to the present moment, you loosen the grip the past has on your identity. Over time, something subtle begins to change. The past stops feeling like a prison. It becomes something else. A teacher, a collection of experiences that shaped you, but do not define you. You begin to realize that who you were yesterday is not the same person who is listening to these words right now. Your breath is new. Your body has changed. Your understanding has deepened. Even your thoughts are different. Life is not static. It is constantly unfolding. When you stop treating memories as living realities, you create room for something far more important, the present moment. And the present moment is where your real life is happening, right now. Lesson 2. You are not the person who made those mistakes. Many people remain trapped in the past because they believe something painful about themselves. They believe that a mistake they made years ago still defines who they are. Perhaps you said something hurtful. Perhaps you chose the wrong path. Perhaps you trusted someone who broke your heart. Perhaps you failed when you hoped to succeed. Over time, these memories become labels. I am careless. I ruin things. I always make the wrong choice. These labels feel permanent. But Buddhist wisdom offers a different perspective. The self you imagine as fixed is actually constantly changing. The Buddha described this through the teaching of non-self, known as anatta. According to this insight, what we call a self is not a solid, unchanging identity. It is a collection of experiences, habits, thoughts, and conditions that are always shifting. In other words, the person who made that mistake no longer exists in exactly the same form. Your mind has learned, your perspective has evolved, your awareness has grown. Imagine meeting a younger version of yourself from 10 years ago. That person would think differently, feel differently, see the world differently. You would probably feel compassion for them. You might even want to guide them. So why is it so difficult to offer that same compassion to yourself now? When the mind clings to guilt, it creates the illusion that you are frozen in time. But life is movement. You are not the same person you were yesterday, and you will not be the same person tomorrow. Growth is not always visible in the moment, but it is happening. Every insight, every realization, every moment of regret that teaches you something deeper. These are signs that transformation is already underway. The Buddha never taught that humans must be perfect. He taught that humans are capable of awakening. Awakening does not come from denying mistakes. It comes from understanding them, learning from them, and then allowing yourself to continue forward. If a mistake appears in your mind today, try responding differently. Instead of saying, "I shouldn't have done that," try saying, "At that time, I acted with the understanding I had. Now I see more clearly." This shift may seem small, but it transforms guilt into wisdom. Your past becomes part of your learning, not your identity. And when you stop carrying shame as a permanent label, you free energy that was trapped in self-judgment. That energy becomes available for something much more powerful, building the present. Because the truth is simple. Your future is not determined by who you used to be. It is shaped by who you choose to become now. Lesson 3. The mind repeats the past because it seeks control. Have you ever wondered why the mind keeps returning to the same old memories? Even when those memories bring pain, the mind still revisits them. A conversation from years ago, a decision you regret, a moment where things went wrong. It may seem like the mind is punishing you, but in many cases, something else is happening. The mind is searching for control. Buddhist psychology teaches that the mind dislikes uncertainty. It prefers stories where everything makes sense, where every outcome can be explained, where every mistake could somehow be corrected. So, it replays the past. Not because the past can be changed, but because the mind imagines that if it analyzes the memory enough, it might finally resolve the discomfort it still carries. Maybe if I had said this instead. Maybe if I had acted sooner. Maybe if I had known better. These thoughts feel productive at first. They give the illusion that you are solving something. But in truth, the mind is simply circling the same event. like someone walking around a locked door, hoping that one more lap will open it. The Buddha observed that much of human suffering comes from this subtle resistance to reality. We struggle not only with what happened, but with the fact that it cannot be undone. And so the mind keeps negotiating with the past. But peace does not arrive through negotiation. It arrives through acceptance. Acceptance does not mean approving of everything that happened. It does not mean saying the past was fair, or easy, or deserved. Acceptance simply means recognizing that what happened has already happened, and no amount of mental replay can alter it. When this understanding begins to settle, something remarkable occurs. The mind slowly stops searching for control where control is impossible. Instead, it begins to place its attention somewhere much more useful: the present moment. The Buddha often emphasized that the present moment is the only place where real change can occur. The past cannot be edited, the future cannot be guaranteed, but the present is alive. It is responsive. It is full of possibilities that did not exist a moment ago. Each time your mind drifts back into replaying an old situation, try a simple practice. Notice the moment when the memory begins. Notice how the mind starts analyzing. Then gently ask yourself, is this helping me grow, or is it keeping me stuck? Do not criticize yourself. The mind is only doing what it has learned to do. Instead, redirect your attention to something real and immediate: your breath, the sensation of your body sitting or standing, the sounds around you. These anchors bring the mind back to where life is actually unfolding. At first, the mind may wander again quickly. That is natural. Returning to the present is not something you do once. It is something you practice repeatedly, like guiding a wandering child back to the path. Over time, the habit changes. The mind begins to understand that clarity is not found by endlessly revisiting yesterday. Clarity comes from meeting today with awareness. And when awareness grows stronger than regret, the past slowly loses its power over you. Not because you erased it, but because you no longer need to live inside it. Lesson 4. Painful memories are teachers, not life sentences. Many people treat painful memories as evidence that something is permanently wrong with them. They look at their past and think, this proves I failed. This proves I am not capable. This proves I ruin things. But Buddhist wisdom invites you to see something different. Every experience in life carries information. Some experiences bring joy, others bring lessons, but both are part of the same process of awakening. In Buddhism, suffering is not meaningless. The Buddha taught that suffering, when understood properly, becomes one of the greatest sources of wisdom. Think about it. The moments that shape us most deeply are rarely the comfortable ones. It is often the moments of confusion, heartbreak, or disappointment that open our eyes. These experiences reveal patterns we could not see before. They show us where our expectations were unrealistic. They show us where attachment caused pain. They show us where we misunderstood ourselves or others. Without these moments, growth would remain shallow. But when the mind clings to regret, it cannot extract the lesson. It only relives the pain. Imagine a traveler who falls while walking a mountain path. The fall teaches the traveler something important about balance and awareness. But if the traveler sits on the ground replaying the fall for the rest of the journey, they never continue forward. The lesson becomes a trap instead of guidance. Your past experiences work the same way. They were not meant to imprison you. They were meant to inform you, to shape your understanding, to refine your awareness. When a painful memory returns, try asking a new question. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" ask, "What did this experience show me?" Perhaps it showed you the importance of setting boundaries. Perhaps it revealed how deeply you value honesty. Perhaps it helped you recognize the difference between temporary pleasure and lasting peace. Sometimes the lesson is simply humility. Sometimes it is compassion. Sometimes it is the realization that you are stronger than you believed. When you begin to view your past through the lens of learning, the emotional weight of memory changes. The event itself may not disappear, but its meaning transforms. Instead of feeling like a permanent wound, it becomes a chapter in your development. Buddhism often compares life to a flowing river. Water moves continuously forward. Even when the river passes through rough terrain, it does not remain stuck there. It continues. Your life is the same. The experiences you went through are already behind you in the river of time, but their lessons can travel with you. And these lessons can guide you toward wiser choices, deeper relationships, and greater self-understanding. The key is remembering that learning does not require endless replay. You only need to see the lesson clearly once. After that, the mind can release the story, not because it never mattered, but because it has already given you what it came to teach. And once a lesson is understood, the past no longer needs to hold your attention. Your awareness becomes free again, free to notice the opportunities in front of you, free to build something new, free to live in the present with a clearer heart. Lesson 5. The present moment is where your life is rebuilt. Many people want to leave the past behind, but they often ask the wrong question. They ask, "How do I stop thinking about the past?" Buddhist wisdom suggests a different question, a more helpful one. Instead of asking how to erase the past, ask yourself, "How can I fully enter the present?" Because the mind cannot live in two places at the same time. When attention is deeply rooted in the present moment, the past naturally loosens its grip. The Buddha repeatedly emphasized this simple truth. Life only unfolds in the present moment. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, only now. And yet, most people spend very little time here. The body moves through the day, working, walking, speaking, but the mind travels somewhere else. It revisits memories. It imagines alternate histories. It rehearses conversations that already ended. But while the mind is wandering, something important is quietly passing by: your life. The present moment is not just a neutral point in time. It is the place where your future is quietly being built. Every small action you take today becomes the foundation of tomorrow. Every thought you cultivate shapes the direction of your mind. Every choice, no matter how small, plants a seed. In Buddhism, this principle is known as karma. Karma does not mean fate or punishment. It simply means that actions create consequences. What you repeatedly do becomes the direction of your life. When you spend hours replaying the past, you are unintentionally planting seeds of regret and stagnation. But when you bring your attention to what you are doing now, you begin planting seeds of clarity and movement. This is how the present rebuilds your life, not through dramatic transformation, but through quiet, consistent awareness. Consider something very simple. The next time you drink water, pause for a moment. Feel the glass in your hand. Notice the coolness. Take one slow sip. Pay attention to the sensation. This small act may seem insignificant, but what you are practicing is presence. You are teaching the mind to return to reality instead of memory. And every time you practice this, the mind becomes slightly less attached to the past. You are strengthening a new habit, the habit of being here. This practice can extend into many parts of your day. When you walk, notice the movement of your feet. When you eat, notice the taste and texture of food. When you speak with someone, listen fully instead of preparing your response. These moments are not ordinary. They are opportunities to rebuild your relationship with life, because the present moment has something the past does not have: possibility. Right now, you can learn something new. Right now, you can choose a different response. Right now, you can take one small step toward the life you want to create. The past cannot offer you this. It can only offer memories. But the present offers movement. When the mind begins drifting back toward old regrets, gently guide it back, not with frustration, but with patience. Just like guiding a candle flame back into stillness after a breeze. Over time, something powerful begins to change. The present moment stops feeling small. It begins to feel rich, alive, full of subtle beauty and quiet opportunities. And as your attention deepens in the present, the past naturally fades into its proper place. Not erased, not denied, but no longer in control. Your life begins to unfold where it was always meant to be built, here, now. Lesson 6. Forgiveness is the door that releases the past. There is one final lesson that quietly holds the power to free you from the past. And yet, many people resist it for years, sometimes for an entire lifetime. This lesson is forgiveness. Not because forgiveness is easy, but because forgiveness feels misunderstood. When people hear the word forgiveness, they often think it means accepting what happened, or pretending that the pain was not real. But Buddhist wisdom teaches something much deeper. Forgiveness is not about denying the past. It is about freeing your heart from carrying it forever. Many people remain emotionally tied to their past because part of them is still holding on to resentment. Perhaps someone betrayed your trust. Perhaps someone spoke words that wounded you deeply. Perhaps someone walked away when you needed them most. Or perhaps the person you struggle to forgive is yourself, a decision you regret, a moment you wish you could undo, a version of yourself that you feel ashamed of. The mind returns to these moments again and again, not because it wants to suffer, but because it believes holding on to the pain will somehow protect you. It believes resentment will prevent the same thing from happening again. But in truth, resentment does something very different. It keeps the past alive inside your present. Imagine holding a burning coal in your hand. You grip it tightly because you want proof that you were hurt. But the longer you hold it, the more it burns you. Forgiveness is not pretending the coal never existed. Forgiveness is choosing to finally release it. The Buddha spoke often about anger and resentment. He taught that hatred does not end through hatred. It only ends through understanding and compassion. This does not mean approving harmful behavior. It simply means recognizing a deeper truth about human nature. Every person you have ever met acts according to their level of awareness. Some people act with kindness and clarity. Others act from fear, confusion, insecurity, or pain. When someone causes harm, it is often because they are deeply lost within their own suffering. This does not make their actions acceptable, but it helps you understand something important. Their actions were a reflection of their inner world, not a measure of your value. When you see this clearly, forgiveness becomes less about them and more about you. It becomes an act of self-respect, a decision to stop carrying someone else's ignorance inside your mind. Self-forgiveness is equally important. Many people forgive others more easily than they forgive themselves. They replay their own mistakes endlessly. They speak to themselves with harshness they would never direct toward another human being. But Buddhism reminds us that every human life is a process of learning. No one arrives in this world with perfect wisdom. We learn through experience, through mistakes, through moments of confusion. Even the Buddha taught that awareness grows gradually. Understanding deepens step by step. The person you were years ago did not have the awareness you have now. They made choices based on the knowledge, emotions, and circumstances available at the time. If you continue punishing that version of yourself forever, you prevent the growth that experience was meant to create. Instead of carrying shame, try offering compassion. Imagine speaking to your past self as you would speak to a close friend who made the same mistake. You would not condemn them endlessly. You would try to understand. You would say something like, "You didn't know what you know now. You were doing your best at that moment. You are allowed to grow beyond this." That same kindness can be offered inward. This is the beginning of self-forgiveness. In Buddhist practice, forgiveness is not always a single decision. It is often a gradual softening. You may need to release resentment many times. Each time a painful memory appears, you gently choose not to tighten your grip around it. Instead, you breathe. You acknowledge the pain, and you allow the story to loosen. You might quietly say to yourself, "I choose peace over resentment. I allow this memory to remain in the past. I am free to move forward." At first, this may feel unfamiliar. The mind may try to return to anger or guilt. That is natural. Forgiveness is not about forcing emotions to disappear. It is about changing how you relate to them. Over time, something remarkable happens. The emotional intensity surrounding old memories begins to fade. The events may still exist in your memory, but they no longer control your inner world. Your heart becomes lighter, your mind becomes quieter, and the energy that was once trapped in resentment becomes available for something new, for growth, for creativity, for meaningful connections, for building a present life that reflects who you are becoming, not who you once were. The past does not disappear through struggle. It dissolves when the heart no longer clings to it. Forgiveness is the moment when that clinging softens. It is the moment when you realize that peace is more valuable than holding on to pain. And when forgiveness finally takes root within you, something beautiful becomes possible. The past stops feeling like a chain, and your life begins to move forward again, freely, gently, one peaceful step at a time. Letting go of the past does not happen all at once. It happens gently, moment by moment, each time you choose awareness over regret, compassion over judgment, and presence over memory. These 6 lessons from Buddhist wisdom are not rules to follow perfectly. They are reminders that your life is always unfolding now, in this breath, in this moment. If this reflection helped you feel a little lighter or more peaceful, consider subscribing to Mindfulness for more calm teachings, mindful living practices, and timeless Buddhist wisdom. Take a slow breath, release what no longer belongs to you, and step forward, quietly, patiently, into the present life waiting to be lived.